Yeah, G money rise, G money rise. Yeah. Can't slow down, might get a speed ticket. G money rides, known for popping willies. Cops pull me over, then they let me go. Catch me if you can, or eat my dust, bro. G money rides, G money rides, G.
Hey guys, how you doing? Hey, working on a video right now. I was nominated by Wade Pride to do the 7-question challenge. And the first question is, what motivated you to buy a motorcycle? Well, in order to answer that question, I've got to take a little bit of a road trip. So it's going to be pretty boring. So I'm going to shut this camera off. I'll let the bike camera run in case anything happens, anything exciting, and we'll see you guys back here shortly. Okay? All right, here we go. Woo! So this was a drive that I would make with my folks on Friday night. About a 45 minute ride. This is going to be this is going to be really interesting. First time I've really tried to ride on gravel, so we'll just take her easy and see what we can do. I ain't scared. Daddy, this ain't no fucking joke here now. This shit making me get all squirrely. Here's another patch of that stuff. Didn't have the mini golf. Did have the pool, but the pool had a bigger fence around it. Yeah. Okay, so when we would come out here, this is the campground that I spent a lot of weekends at. And my folks, wow, it's been so long since I've been out here. Holy crap. My folks had a permanent spot, and so did a bunch of the people that they worked with, my mom and my dad. There was probably 7 or 8 families that came out here and stayed out here on weekends. And our spot, if it's still here, I think it probably is just past where that golf cart is. Yep, that would have been ours. Yep. So we could ride dirt bikes out here. So not only did we come camping out here, but you got to come out here and ride your dirt bike, which was the shit. Okay, so that path right there, that would lead up that hill. So when we first started camping out here, my dad noticed that, you know, all the male kids had dirt bikes, and he certainly didn't want me to feel left out. So we picked up a Honda. Let's see, it would have been a 1974 or 75 Honda XR75. And I was a pretty big kid. So, and I got that kind of like maybe mid-late summer. And I'd never ridden a dirt bike or anything like that. I taught myself how to ride it. And at the end of that year, you know, my mom and dad re-upped coming out here for the next year, and my dad said, you know, we got to get you a bigger bike. We can't let you ride around on that little teeny tiny thing. That's just too small for you. So in 1976, we went to the Honda dealership just up the road from the house, and I got this bike. That's right, the 1976 CR 125 Elsinore, the first year of the Red Racer. Yeah. So there was a motocross track just up the road from here. It used to be. It was called Tipton Hills Raceway, and it's gone now. But there were guys here in camp that would go over there and race. And there was a couple other tracks around here in this area, sorta, that had tracks, and we would go there and race. I think it's still recording. God, I sure as fuck hope so. Okay, so once you would go up that path over there and go up this hill, it would lead out to this field right here. Right over there by them trees, it would come out. And we would, yeah, this little path here wasn't here. but we had a great big circle going around just the outside of this field right here. So you'd start there and you'd go all the way around the outside, all the way around, and that was all corn. And then you could jump off at the back of it, go across these little gates, and then that was our simulated motocross track, which we called the Timber. And so this is where I started riding motorcycles. Okay, so guys, on to the second question of the 7 question challenge. And that question is, what kind of riding do you prefer? Straight, twisty, solo, or group? And I have to say, there's some aspects of all of that I really enjoy. You know, I gotta have my straight parts, otherwise Candy gets upset that she's got to be on 2 wheels all the time. I like the twisty bits because, you know, my girl handles, man. I like the solo rides so that you can kind of go out and work stuff out, or maybe you want to just ride around and you have no particular destination or whatever. Sometimes you just want to ride by yourself. And other times, yeah, it's really a blast to have you know, a couple of people with you. So I kind of enjoy all those elements. Question 3 is, what is my favorite trip? Day, weekend, longer? I would have to say I haven't done any weekend or longer trips, so it's going to have to be a day trip. I've made a couple of trips up to Dubuque, Iowa. I've made one to Burlington, a couple to Muscatine. I've done some day trips, but nothing longer than just that, a day trip. What's my favorite ride destination is question number 4. I don't know, man. I kind of like going out to Scott County Park, where it's nice and green and quiet, and you know, it's just really relaxing out there. All right, number 5. What has motorcycling taught me? It's taught me to be hyper vigilant when I'm on the road. I know it doesn't always look like I am, but trust me, for a huge parts of my rides, I am super hyper duper duper vigilant. Yeah, and one of the things that helped me, believe it or not, was watching like Moto Madness and the compilation videos. Not so much for how most of the riders act, or you know, the stuff that they do, but some of the crazy stuff that drivers do that kind of, you know, let you know what to be on the lookout for. You know, cut throughs, stuff like that. So yeah, I take it really serious. Yeah, I do wheelies and stuff, but if you notice, most of the time, not all, there's hardly anybody around, or I'll be at the front of a bunch of cars, you know, not necessarily wheeling through a bunch of traffic all the time. On occasion, I'm not gonna lie, on occasion, yes I do. But I've also kind of, you know, measured shit out and all that. Yeah, obviously something could happen and I could crash. Oh, okay, well, hey, you know, something could happen and I could crash just cruising along like I am now, so. Okay, so question number 6 is any words of wisdom for somebody looking to get into motorcycling? Go out and look at a bunch of bikes. Sit on them, move them around. Don't be scared to, you know, I don't want to say test, but don't be afraid to get on it and see if it kind of fits you. Is the seat too high? Is the seat too low? Handlebars, are they too far back? Are they too far forward? Are you all scrunched over like this? Or, you know, what's the deal? You got to find something that fits you. Luckily, I saw this, I got on it, I was like, wow, this seems pretty cool, and I bought it. And it turned out to be the perfect bike for me. Also, don't start off with something too big for you. Some people would say that maybe this bike is, you know, a really good beginner bike, and I say yes, if you had even just a little bit of experience on a motorcycle. If not, this has got, you know, this has got enough balls to fuck you up. So I would be very, you know, cautious about recommending, you know, any kind of big bike to anybody. You know, like a 600 Super Sport or something like that, something that goes really fast, probably not a good idea. You want to start off on something that's not super duper fast. If I had started out on a, and this is no lie, if I had started off on a 600, I doubt I would have, you know, 600 Super Sport, I doubt I would have lasted a month. Okay, so question number 7 on the 7-question challenge is, do I have any destination rides planned? Well, I did. I was supposed to do a track day at the end of next month, end of May. Same place that I did my first track day, Audubon Country Club in Joliet, Illinois. Awesome place. And then my buddy Brandon B, we were going to load the bikes up, go up to Chicago and participate in Doomsday 2020, which would have been, I don't know, 1,000 plus bikes. Kind of new, you know, still know one of the organizers of that, which is Brian 636, and literally told him that B and I were coming up there with a tent, and we were going to camp out in his yard, and he actually seemed cool with that. So that was going to be very cool. So I guess that concludes the 7-question challenge. I think I got them all. If I didn't, just let me know. Let me know I'm a moron. Not that I don't already know. Have a great day. Stay safe, guys. Thanks for watching. And I'll be putting out some more content soon for you. All right? Cool. Later.